Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Starseed Dragon channel. This is our new perspective of the day. Welcome to the intuitive gym that we are creating here, working those intuitive muscles. We are using the Beautiful Creatures Tarot. It's a very beautiful deck. And of course, as you know, I've reviewed all of the decks that I own. Plus some, right? So if there are ever any decks that you find very interesting while we're practicing our intuitive nature, check out the review. There's always a link in the description box of all of my reviews that will lead you to where I purchased these decks. So feel free to do that. Other than that, let's get started. Today we have the Page of Cups, the King of Cups, and the Four of Swords. So Cups rules over water element, which is based in emotions, feelings, intuition, that gut feeling, deep, heartfelt emotions, activities, and feelings, right? Nurturing, caring. And swords rule over the air element, which is mind-based. Ironic, right? So here we are with the head and the heart, right? Air element is knowledge, truth, wisdom, strategy, logic, intellect, that type of thing, head over heart kind of thing. Whereas the cups are heart over head. So here we go with that combination, right? So pages, in the court cards, pages are considered the children. They are the youth, the youthful vibrations that are newness, beginnings somewhere. They look at the world with eyes of wonder, right? And newness. So the Page of Cups speaks to, I like this, inventiveness, it says on the card. And it's a new inspired love of something, or a new inspired love of some form of creativity, perhaps an offer of love, but it's more than, knights are the ones who offer things. The pages have a tendency to bring awareness to the newness of something, some kind of new creative endeavor that sparks the heart, right? The King of Cups, on the card it says fascination, which, that's appropriate, but it also speaks to, kings rule over their kingdom, right? And they have to do it in a fair and just manner in order to make the people in their kingdom that they're charged with looking over or looking after to be live happy, healthy lives, right? So they're in charge of a lot of people to make sure that they are safe and happy and joyous, and it's a great responsibility. The King of Cups is not just a fair leader, but it truly loves all the people in his kingdom. He makes decisions that are balanced between the head and the heart. He knows what is best. He's like the caring father of all of the kings, right? He's the nurturing father of all of the kings, and he truly leads by example when it comes to the golden rule: do unto others as you would have them do unto you. That is how the King of Cups rules. And the King of Cups, when the King of Cups offers his love, it is an unconditional love, right? It is something that is undying and loyal and committed. And, if you know, a lot of people, and traditionally speaking, the court cards would represent people. I don't personally see the court cards as representing just people. That it could represent situations, energies that surround you in a certain environment. Um, they also speak to me like a form of deja vu, if that makes any sense. Something that, you know, where you have some sort of familiarity with, some sort of connection with. So the King of Cups and the Page of Cups together would imply, for me, intuitively speaking, it would imply that there's a new creative spark that is, you know, warming, heartwarming, that feels stable, and there's a sense of longevity involved with it, and a great deal of caring, deep caring about it. So the Four of Swords, the card says repose on it, and that's appropriate. The Four of Swords comes after the Three of Swords, right? So the Three of Swords, we all know, represents heartbreak and sorrow and defeat and deceit. Someone deceived you, right? The Four of Swords is about healing the head and the heart from that deceit, right? From that defeat, from that very difficult aspect of the Three of Swords, right? So the Four of Swords is about recuperating and resting and healing that head and heart so that you can gain the strength to carry on to the challenge of the five, right? Because you know that there's a big challenge that you have to get over in order to be able to overcome the sorrow and grief that was felt from the Three of Swords, right? Even though threes are about expansion, fours are about stability. And so this is a time to really think about how to stabilize your head and your heart so that you can gain enough strength to be accepting of whatever this loving, emotional, creative, stable thing may be, whether it is an aspect of love from others or another, or if it's a pursuit that is new, or gives you new perspective in life or a new lease on life that will be long-lived and stable and joyous, right? What is it that you get intuitively from the combination of these three cards? Let me know in the comment section below. I would be very curious to find out what your perspectives are. And we got a Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle. And I was going to open the book without even looking at the card. Let's see. So we got Flower. Be honest with yourself. Interesting. Okay, number 17. 17. Here we go in the book. Flower. Be honest with yourself. We do ourselves a major disservice when we aren't truthful with ourselves. There's something you know to be true, yet you continue to ignore it. Lying to yourself may feel like the easiest thing to do, but things have changed. It's time for you to face reality, even if it makes you uncomfortable. No matter the outcome, it won't be nearly as bad as you think. Interesting. It might even be inspiring, right? Interesting. I love how these always connect. Look at that, in between. So this is the wisdom of the oracle, in between, or I'm sorry, between worlds. Number 3, how interesting is that? The number 3, in between worlds. And we've got the 4 of swords there. Number 3. Let me look up number 3. 1, 3. Okay. Between worlds, essential meanings, transitions, not being quite out of one situation and fully engaged in another. Temporary blindness, no man's land. The oracle's message. Between the worlds is where you must let go of the tendency to make assumptions. This is a time when you are unable to see what is ahead. Cultivate curiosity and trust the process of change and growth. You are done learning the lessons of recent experiences. In this place, between what was and what will be, is a state of making and unmaking and making again. What is essential now is to admit not knowing. There is great freedom and power to be unleashed. A mystery that is not yours to understand weaves the web of life with a divine matrix of consciousness greater than your own thoughts, feelings, beliefs, desires, and decisions. The seeds that were planted in the past begin to take root, but what surfaces will probably not be what you expect. When you are between the worlds, you are invited to see with the curious eyes of a child glimpsing a rainbow for the first time. Do so, and you will not be disappointed. Interesting how that ties well between the 4 of Swords and the Page of Cups. Okay, relationship message. This is a time to explore the new energy between you and another. It is not a moment for certainty, but rather for discovery and curiosity. You don't yet know if this will last forever, so allow yourself to explore who you are and what is reflected back to you. This relationship is meant to educate you about yourself. What do you need? What do you like or dislike? What values are important to you? You are in a critical phase of your relationship that is not to be dismissed or hurried. The prosperity message. In your work, sometimes you try things that have worked for others, hoping that you too will be successful. When this symbol appears, it reminds you that sometimes the path to your prosperity is a gamble. Win or lose, you can learn much from what comes of your wager. It's a good time to bet on your skills and talents in new and different arenas. Remain curious, and with the right combination of timing and luck, you will stumble upon something golden that will be unlike anything you've known before. Isn't that interesting? Very, very interesting. What is it that speaks to you in today's draw? What is it that is intuitively speaking to you? Let me know in the comment section below. I would love to have a conversation with you about it, and I would love to hear what your perspective is. So don't be afraid. Let me know in the comment section below. This is non-judgmental. This is all about learning and about tuning into our own intuition and strengthening that muscle, right? Because our intuition is like a muscle. If you don't use it, you lose it. And in order for you to gain better understanding within yourself of your own intuition, you really need to exercise it. And practice makes perfect, right? Well, I hope that you practice. I hope that you comment. And I hope that you have a wonderful day. And I will see you on the next video.